Hi, it's Dr. Lawrence Maas here, registered osteopath, doctor of integrated medicine in the USA. I practice functional medicine and I have a subspecialization in genetics and epigenetics. This, as part of a series, is actually all about roundabout number 3, which of course is methylation detoxification. This is how we create glutathione. You have to be able to methylate it with your B's and your SAMEs, roundabout number 1, number 2, and here we are at roundabout number 3. Now, if you remember from the last lesson, there is this very hot protein, necessary protein called homocysteine. But homocysteine is so hot, I think of it like lava, and that it will burn the insides of our hearts and our brains. So those people that carry high levels of homocysteine have a tendency to have a history of heart family issues, of heart attacks and strokes. And also there's a relationship between having high levels of homocysteine and also neurodegenerative diseases. So we want to keep our homocysteine within narrow boundaries, somewhere between 5 and 7.2, all right, on a blood chemistry test. Now, most MDs will basically work from 0 to 15, sometimes they're 13, but the bottom line on it is you've got to get it below a 10, right? If you get it below a 10, the risk of heart disease and Alzheimer's seriously decreases. Homocysteine is here. It's a hot molecule, as I said. It can't stay as homocysteine because if there's a traffic jam of homocysteine, it's going to burn the tissues, namely heart and brain. Now, what you want to do is you want it to funnel through there. You don't really want to get it to ammonia because too much ammonia is going to make people feel cold and clumsy. And in young kids, it slows down their growth rate. They won't be as tall as they should be as adults because ammonia is actually toxic. If you wanted to make a fridge or a freezer, you'd have to find ammonia gas because ammonia gas cools things down. And some people basically have a very, very fast track to producing high levels of ammonia quickly. And one of the reasons that would happen is because they just don't have enough B6. And that's absolutely critical, having enough B6 so that it can lead the chain reaction down towards cysteine. And from cysteine, it turns into taurine, which helps gallbladder, emulsify fats, and it helps with heart function. That's why they put it in Red Bull, because like Taurus the bull, but taurine's very good heart membrane stabilizer. So people who've got homocysteine challenges and it's too high on the homocysteine, downstream they start to get heart issues because of a chronic taurine deficiency. There's also another potential deficiency. B6 can funnel down and turn into glutathione. If you don't know what glutathione, shame on you, because glutathione is actually the most powerful antioxidant that the liver needs to produce. And of course, it's dictated by this gene called GSS, which is glutathione S synthase. In this particular example, you can see there's a sulfur sensitivity and there's a glutathione deficiency coming through. Look at the arrows, up and then down. So what we have is somebody that when they have too much sulfur, garlic, onions, broccoli, they will get a reaction from it, and it's not a pleasant reaction. So what needs to be happening is low sulfur food plan, right? I didn't say no garlic, I just said some garlic, okay? I didn't say no onions, I just said some onions. So it's low sulfur. Okay, that's the awareness, very, very important. And then the addition of B6 to funnel through, but then there's also the need for adeno B12. If this one is faulty, which it is in this example, the person won't create that much energy from their Krebs cycle, their mitochondria. So the key ingredient is the person in this pathway, the protein pathway, converting homocysteine, which is a protein, into more proteins, liver, heart, really important, joints, joint pains and stuff like that, and energy. So it's critical to get this right. So the takeaway on this one is you need B6 as a cofactor. B6, if you're not very good at producing glutathione, then you want to compensate for it. If you've got a history of palpitations, etc., heart issues, then you want to start taking some taurine. And if you've got an energy deficit going on, then you want to take the cofactor adenosine B12. And that's the summary statement for the third roundabout, which is the liver transsulfuration roundabout.